He utterly hated by men. Now we know the reason why. Jeff Chandler was born Ira Grossel on December 15, 1918, in Brooklyn, New York, was a notable actor and singer in Hollywood during the 1950s, recognized for his distinctive silver hair, deep voice, and towering screen presence. His career was marked by his ability to bring gravitas and charisma to a range of roles, from historical figures to romantic leads and action heroes. Although his time in the entertainment industry was tragically cut short, Chandler left an indelible mark on Hollywood and continues to be remembered as one of the era's most memorable stars. Chandler grew up in a Jewish family in Brooklyn, and from an early age, he exhibited a passion for the performing arts. His family was not involved in show business, but Chandler was determined to pursue a career in entertainment. As a young boy, he attended public school, and while growing up in New York, he spent time honing his craft through acting in school plays and engaging in various creative endeavors. After graduating from high school, he decided to attend Fijian School of Dramatic Art in New York City. His time in drama school solidified his desire to become an actor, though his path to success would not come easily. Following his education, Chandler tried to make it on the New York stage, but as with many aspiring actors, he struggled to find steady work. He took on various jobs to make ends meet while continuing to audition for roles. His persistence eventually paid off when he secured work in radio, gaining experience that would prove invaluable later in his career. However, it wasn't until Chandler served in World War II that his path to stardom would truly begin to take shape. During World War II, Chandler served in the U.S. Army, an experience that added to his gravitas and matured him as a performer. After the war, he returned to New York, but it was his move to Los Angeles that proved crucial in launching his career. He initially found work in radio, where his deep, resonant voice became an asset. Chandler appeared on popular radio shows, including Our Miss Brooks and Escape, where he portrayed a range of characters. His radio work allowed him to build a reputation in Hollywood, ultimately leading to small film roles. Chandler's breakthrough came when he was cast as Cochise, the Apache chief, in the 1950 Western Broken Arrow. The role earned him widespread recognition, and he received an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. His portrayal of Cochise was groundbreaking in its sensitivity, and he was praised for bringing dignity and humanity to a character that could have easily been portrayed as a stereotype. The success of Broken Arrow catapulted Chandler into leading man status, and he became one of Universal Pictures' most bankable stars. Throughout the 1950s, Chandler appeared in a wide variety of films, showcasing his versatility as an actor. He starred in adventure films, westerns, and romantic dramas, becoming known for his tough guy roles as well as his romantic charm. Some of his notable films during this period include Sword in the Desert, 1949, Foxfire, 1955, Away All Boats, 1956, and Merle's Marauders, 1962. Chandler was also known for his on-screen chemistry with some of Hollywood's leading ladies, including Maureen O'Hara, Jane Russell, and Rhonda Fleming. Chandler's unique physical appearance also contributed to his success. Standing at over 6 feet tall, with prematurely silver hair, he had a striking look that set him apart from other actors of the era. His silver hair became one of his trademarks, adding to his air of distinction and helping him stand out in an industry full of handsome leading men. In addition to his film career, Chandler pursued music, recording several albums and performing in nightclubs. His rich baritone voice was well suited for singing, and he released albums that featured both traditional pop and contemporary songs. Chandler enjoyed performing live, and his fans appreciated his musical talents as much as his acting. His musical career was a testament to his versatility and his ability to excel in multiple areas of entertainment. Jeff Chandler, the Hollywood actor who rose to stardom in the 1950s, was a man of remarkable charisma, talent, and striking good looks. Yet, despite his success, there was always a peculiar sentiment among some men toward Chandler, a sort of quiet disdain, if not outright jealousy. To understand why men felt this way about him, we need to dig deeper into the factors that contributed to Chandler's popularity, particularly among women, and how these elements might have fueled resentment among his male peers and fans alike. Chandler's tall, athletic frame and distinguished appearance, with his prematurely gray hair and piercing eyes, made him a symbol of masculine strength and sophistication. However, this same image could evoke feelings of insecurity among men who saw him as the embodiment of the ideal man, a standard that many felt they could never reach. Chandler's commanding presence on screen often portrayed him as the strong, silent type, the hero who won battles in the hearts of women alike. Such portrayals only heightened the gap between the everyday man and this seemingly perfect figure of Hollywood masculinity. For men in the audience, seeing their partners swoon over Chandler's performances might have stoked feelings of inadequacy or frustration, making him a figure to envy rather than admire. Furthermore, Chandler's appeal wasn't limited to his physical appearance. He possessed a refined sense of charm, intelligence, and sensitivity that resonated with women. He played characters who were not only brave and strong but also emotionally complex and vulnerable, traits that women found deeply attractive. His roles often balanced the tough exterior with an inner depth, making him appear as the ideal romantic partner, both physically and emotionally. For many men, this combination of traits presented a challenge to traditional ideas of masculinity. Chandler was effortlessly cool, unthreatened by showing tenderness or emotion, while other men of the era might have struggled with the expectation to be stoic and tough. The contrast highlighted Chandler's ability to embody multiple forms of masculinity, thus making him even more unattainable for the average man. Another source of the resentment men felt toward Jeff Chandler could be traced back to the social climate of the time. During the 1950s, men were often the primary breadwinners in their households, and there was a strong emphasis on traditional gender roles. Chandler, with his movie star status and wealth, represented a figure of immense power and influence. Many men might have subconsciously viewed him as a rival, a figure who, even from the silver screen, could disrupt the status quo. He represented an unattainable success, both in terms of his career and his appeal to women. While many men struggled with the pressures of everyday life, working hard to provide for their families, Chandler lived a life of glamour and ease, seemingly without effort. The disparity between the reality of most men and the fantasy world Chandler inhabited could evoke feelings of frustration and resentment. On the flip side, Jeff Chandler's overwhelming popularity among women was undeniable. His allure was far more than just skin deep. He had an almost magnetic presence that drew women to him, both on and off the screen. While his chiseled features and tall, statuesque physique were certainly part of his appeal, it was Chandler's ability to portray multifaceted characters with emotional depth that truly captivated women. Unlike many male actors of his time, who often played one-dimensional, hyper-masculine characters, Chandler's roles reflected a blend of strength and sensitivity. He was frequently cast as the strong, capable hero but also someone capable of expressing tenderness, compassion, and vulnerability, qualities that many women found irresistibly attractive. Women loved Chandler not just for the physical perfection he represented but for what he symbolized: a man who could be both a protector and a partner. In many of his films, such as Broken Arrow, 1950, where he played the noble Apache leader Cochise, Chandler's characters displayed a sense of honor and empathy that set him apart from other Hollywood leading men. His performances transcended the typical hero archetype, and his sensitivity resonated with female audiences. Women felt they could connect with the softer, more emotional side of the characters he portrayed. This depth allowed Chandler to stand out in an industry dominated by hyper-masculine stars, giving him a unique appeal that other actors couldn't easily replicate. Off-screen, Chandler's charm extended into his personal life. Known for being gracious, well-mannered, and deeply respectful toward women, Chandler was a favorite among his female co-stars and fans. He was often described as a gentleman in an era when this trait was highly prized. His relationships with women, whether romantic or platonic, were often marked by mutual admiration and respect, further solidifying his status as a beloved figure among women. His kindness and thoughtfulness in personal interactions made him not just a screen idol but someone women genuinely admired as a person. Moreover, Chandler's polished, dignified persona was a refreshing contrast to some of the more brash or rebellious male stars of the time. In an era when Hollywood was beginning to showcase more troubled, bad boy figures like Marlon Brando and James Dean, Chandler's calm, controlled demeanor offered women a sense of stability and assurance. He represented a kind of idealized manhood that was both reliable and romantic, a perfect balance of the dream husband and the daring hero. Chandler's personal life was often the subject of media attention. He married actress Marjorie Hochschild in 1946, and the couple had 2 daughters, Jamie and Dana. However, their marriage was tumultuous, and they divorced in 1959. Chandler's personal relationships were often fodder for Hollywood gossip, and he was romantically linked to a number of high-profile actresses. Despite his success, Chandler's personal life was marked by some struggles, including the pressures of fame and the difficulties of balancing his career with his family life. Tragically, Jeff Chandler's life was cut short when he died at the age of 42 due to complications following spinal surgery. In May 1961, Chandler injured his back while playing a spirited game of baseball with U.S. Army Special Forces soldiers. He underwent surgery at Culver City Hospital, but complications arose, including severe hemorrhaging. Despite several additional surgeries, Chandler passed away on June 17, 1961. His death was a shock to his fans and colleagues, as he was still at the height of his career.